Spider's Web, and it's another chat, a brew, and a big black dog. And just in case you're wondering, I'm an NCIS fan. Right, well, I've got the chat, I've got the brew, and the big black dog, well, he's pottering about somewhere. No doubt he'll make an appearance fairly soon. So, as you know, with chat and brew, and here he is, chat and a brew and a big black dog. Nothing scripted. Will you stop hitting the tripod with your tail? All we do is I just talk about the first thing that comes to mind, and here's the rat bag himself. Hee, there you go, sweetie pudding. Ooh, yes. So, what do we talk about today? I have not a clue. So, seriously, I really haven't got a clue of what to talk about. It's one of those weeks where nothing much seems to have happened. Although I did get my new car last week. I'm enjoying playing about with that. And I got my... Why is it every time I move my head you have to move yours to match? Yeah, so I got my new car last Monday, and I got a new phone on what do we call it, on Saturday evening. I called off on the way home from the studio on Saturday and upgraded my old phone, my Galaxy S4, for a Galaxy S6. And yes, I do know that the Galaxy S7 is coming out fairly soon, but I've gone from an S2, an S4 and now an S6. And no, it's not because I have anything against odd numbers, because usually when I have set the volume on something, it's usually at an odd number. It's just that, I don't know, I just don't see the point of spending an extra God knows how much for a phone just because it's newer than one that will do just the job. So, yeah, I got the S6 for the same price, near enough as I'm paying for the old one, so I thought, why not? Why not indeed? Yeah, so tomorrow, hopefully, I shall be popping off to the post office and sending off the prizes for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm saying hopefully because there's one, well, for the little bit extra for the first prize winner. I'm keeping that a secret. He's all going to know about that when he gets it. Not quite finished with it yet, so hopefully I can get it done and sorted and then packed up and sent off tomorrow. If not, then it's going to be Wednesday. The second prize winner will get... I'll send those off tomorrow, whether or not, but hopefully I'll be able to get them both sent off at the same time. And for the second prize winner, I found a couple of sprues of Brazilian Men at Terms, I think they are. So you've got them to go with your Panther Riders. So you both got a little bit extra. Yeah, I got them out of the Mantic Mega Box, or whatever it was called, that was released last year. I don't collect Brazilians, so why not pass them on to somebody who might do? So I hope they will come in useful for you, and I hope you enjoy using them. Unfortunately, there's no bases with them, but yeah, you can always use a bit of plastic card and make up a little diorama for your games. You don't have to use set bases for them. It's much more fun if you don't. Yeah, so I've back to new Kickstarter. I think I mentioned it on Friday on the Q&A video. It's a card game, cooperative card game of Cthulhu. At the moment it's going a little bit slowly. We've not quite. It's been going for about a week now, I think, and it's not quite got to the amount that's needed. But I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look and see what you think. Hopefully it might interest a few people and garner some interest. I know that Andy from MacLeod Designs has backed it, and when I noticed he'd backed it, I nipped over and had a look, and it looked interesting to me, so I've gone for it again. And we've got word from Thingy as well, Monolith, about the Conan game. It was supposed to be of the first shipment, Wave 1 shipment, next month. Unfortunately that's gone back, so they're looking towards June now. Not a problem for me. As far as I'm concerned, I would happily wait to get something that's good quality than rush and get something that's subpar. That's the way I look at it. You know, I'm not expecting, with a game of that size and that magnitude, there's a lot of miniatures in that game, and with a game of that size, I certainly wasn't expecting it to be on time, and I wasn't expecting it to be the first quarter of this year like promised anyway, so it's I'll be surprised if they do get it out in June, but fingers crossed, you never know. Stranger things have happened. And what was the other one? There's another card game one that I've got that I've backed, and that should be due for delivery around April. Was it Crimson Creek? I'm not quite sure, but I've got a few coming, due for coming this year. Not sure which ones are which now, but you'll obviously get unboxing videos and stuff like that as time goes on. Fingers crossed we'll start getting things through. The next thing I'm expecting really is the extras from the Thunderbirds one. So hopefully they're going to be coming within the next month or so. It's just some expansions and extra models and things like that. I know we're getting a Creighton Ward Manor and a new model for the Tracy Island, and new vehicles, which will be Brain's boat, I think it is, and Tintin's plane and a few other bits and pieces. So there's going to be a few more models, and there's an RPG game incorporated in it, so not heard word on that one yet, so hopefully we get that one soon. My daughter was in I'm just babbling now, aren't I? I'm changing from one thing to another because I want to try and get through. I'm saying things as they come into my head. I don't have any structure to this. It's just what comes into my head I'm going to just talk about. That's how Chatterbrew and a Big Black Dog works. My daughter and her fiance was in Benidorm last week. They went over to see her auntie, my ex-wife's sister and her husband. I went to pick them up on Friday at the airport. The first time they'd seen my car, and they saw it from across the car park. Well, saw it from the terminal itself that was parked visibly, and they'd not seen it. And as soon as my future son-in-law saw it, he said, "I can see your car. Who sneezed?" It's not that bad. I don't know what he's whinging about. I like it anyway, let's put it that way. What's do with you? It's throwing it down today. So just in case you hadn't noticed, Laddie's soaking wet because we went out early and we got absolutely drenched. Oh dear. I'm hoping this week that once I've got the surprise for the winner done and sorted and the packages shipped out, I'm planning on getting my table out and setting out all my salamanders there so you can have a look at those. I'm determined I'm going to do it this week. Knowing me though, I'll forget. Oh dear, really got a bad memory. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will forget. Is that a mirror behind me? No, there's the mirror. No, I was just wondering whether you could see. In some previously, you've seen reflections of my paintings across, and one of the paintings that I did was of a candle with a red background. That one at the moment is hanging in, hopefully, is hanging in Wigan Infirmary, because the Arts in Health exhibition has started again. So we have, I have 3 pieces of work donated. Hopefully, they've all gone in. I gave the candle, the orca, and one of like a cabin in snowy woods. So I've given those 3 in. So with any amount of luck, those 3 will have been hung. I think the exhibition started today. And oops, what are you doing? And hopefully this time people buy them, because they're all available for sale. And what I do is, I think I've mentioned this before, with that one part of, when they sell it, there's a small percentage that goes towards the 3 Wishes charity for the infirmary and the trust is backing, and the rest of it that I get, I will be splitting in half and giving to the hospital radio station that I'm a volunteer for, Brecington Hospital Radio. If you're not sure, what am I saying? If you're interested, we do broadcast online. hospitalradiowrightington.co.uk. You can hear us there. I'm on Monday afternoons between 1 and 5 GMT, and Thursday afternoons between 1 and 4. And I also sit in with somebody on there's 4 of us in on a Saturday afternoon between 11:30 and 3. And that show is just chaos. So if you're interested in listening at all, just get on your internet and hospitalradiowrightington.co.uk, and you can listen to me shows. Yeah, sure. We're rapidly coming towards the end of the... Oh! I'm going to have to move my phone now, because I think Laddie's blocked the microphone with it being on this side of me. Yeah, so... excuse me. I'm going to pop it up there. Right, so, what was I saying then? I don't know, I can't remember. Oh yes, we're rapidly coming towards the end of the videos that I've done already for Dungeon Saga. I'm going to try and finish off the main characters. We only have, I think, the elf. Did I do the one with the elf, where I finished the elf off, or did I just post the one which started the elf? I don't know, I can't remember. I've done one with the elf anyway, last week. I don't know whether that was this beginning of the start. Anyway, if it's the start, we've got 2 more characters after that to do, which will be 4 more videos, 5 including the finishing off for the elf. So we've got those to do. Then what I want to do is what I'm going to have to do is get the furniture done fairly quick, and then start on the legendary heroes. but I also want to get back to. I'm going over things that I've already gone over. I know I am. I'm just trying to get things into my head that I need to do. So it's the legendary heroes, and while I'm doing them, I can also do the Last Nights on Earth figures. And I want to try and speed up on the painting and get quite a bit of the stuff, quite a bit of the backlog over and done with, because, as I say, I've got at least 2 miniatures games coming this year, possibly more than that. There's Zero Agents, Pandemonium, and Conan. And Conan, there are a lot of miniatures in Conan. So it's a case of I've got my work cut out for me this year with painting. Yeah, right. So I don't know. Something came into my head then that I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it was. Never mind. Yeah, so I'm going to have to get cracking with my painting. It's not a big problem. It's just that I always tend to slow myself down when I'm actually videoing my painting. So that's why I'm going to start just doing one figure on camera and paint the others off camera. So I can have a bit of a practice before I get on camera of how I want to paint them. That'll be about the easiest thing to do. Because, as I say, I've got a load to do. I've got my Last Night on Earth. I've got to finish off Space Hulk. Well, Space Crusade as well. I've got to finish that off. Oh dear. What else is there? Mansions of Madness. I've not finished those. I'm onto the monsters and that. One thing. Yeah, one thing I'm really looking forward to. Pandemic Cthulhu edition. Oh yes, that's definitely going to be a purchase. Oh, that's got to be done. Yeah, and then there's Fury of Dracula. I'm going to have to paint those. Room 25. I'm going to have to paint those. All my Dungeon Saga stuff, obviously. All my Kings of War, Forces of the Abyss, obviously. Lots of things to paint. Lots of videos to come, but again, it's a case of when I've got the time. I'm finding myself having less and less time at home. There's tomorrow, Tuesday, Pancake Tuesday tomorrow as well, 9th of February. Easter's early this year. Easter's in March, so it's Pancake Tuesday tomorrow. I've got nothing at all in to make pancakes, and I'm absolutely skint until tomorrow. So I'm going to have a divil of a job trying to get some lemon. And oh well. I might not bother. I might just wait until Wednesday and have them then. Yeah. So what was I saying then? Yeah. So tomorrow it's a case of getting up early. Art club, and then I go to I usually go to somewhere for lunch afterwards with one of the women from the art club, who I pick up and take and then take home. She's in her 80s, God bless her, so I usually go for lunch with her afterwards. And then by the time I get home, it's getting soft Laddie out and about. And then tomorrow evening, Tuesday evenings, it's usually up to Steve Dutton's, where we're doing some role-playing stuff. Tomorrow we're going to make a start on Dread. I'd really like to do these on camera, but unfortunately I don't think role-playing games, if you can't see the people involved, I think it's lost. So it's not something that I think we're going to do, because I know Anita for one, and possibly one or two others, don't really want to be featured on camera, so it's a bit of a pain, but never mind. Have to respect other people's wishes. You can't just say, right, this is going to be happening whether you like it or not. That's not right. Yeah, and then Wednesday I'm usually at my dad's and planning my show for Thursday. And then Thursdays I'm at the studio where I'm doing my show for 3 hours, and then I go to friends on a Thursday evening and keep them company and watch a bit of watch some DVDs. And then Friday, what happens on Friday? Nothing much until the evening when I go to the games club for a few hours. Saturday I'm at the studio, then out with friends again, then Sunday I'm at my dad's again, then round to Monday where I'm at the radio station for 4 hours. And then I do these videos. Oh, Fridays I do my Q&A videos. Which reminds me, Q&A videos. Yeah, there's two ways of putting questions in. The two ways are either email to my Hotmail address, which is usually in the description thing, or put any questions for my Q&A in the comment section for that particular video. The reason I'm saying this is because I don't like to look at the questions before I actually start doing the videos. About 5 minutes before I start doing the videos, I put them all on I copy and paste them all onto a Word documents, print them off, and then I sit down, and the first time I read them properly is actually when I'm actually doing the videos. I don't really want to know what is what's going on. So if you add questions here, I'll see them beforehand, because when I see something that's linked into this video or another video, I will look and I'll see the questions, which I think spoils it for me, to be honest. And the reason I want to clear this up is because last week I missed questions because they were put on my Board Game Geek. They were sent by Board Game Geek, and I missed them because I don't go on Board Game Geek very often unless I've got a new game or I want to find out about something. So that's why I lost those. So if you was expecting an answer to your questions, Crasher 303, sorry about that. But the reason being is I didn't go on Board Game Geek last week, so I didn't see your questions, so I couldn't answer them. Which is why I say to put them either in the comment section of the appropriate video or send me an email. If you send me an email, I'll assume that you don't want your name broadcast, so I'll keep your name out of it. But just make sure that if you do send me an email, you put on the panel. I can't remember what it's called. That it's for the Q&A, or whichever number it may be. But yeah, at least I know one question that I've got this week because of the Board Game Geek one, because I just went straight in and read it and then realised it was for Q&A. So I don't forget it again, I'll go and put it into my Word documents, so I do know what that one is. And I will be answering it on Friday in my next Q&A, so don't worry about that. And if I have forgotten or missed any, I do apologise for that. I want to try and keep it so that the questions all go into one of two places, either the videos or via email. So there we are. Right, so I'm sure there's something else I wanted to bring up and I cannot remember what it was. Oh, never mind. I can't think of anything else. So, anyway, as I said, this is complete. These videos are completely unscripted. You might be able to tell. There's absolutely no thought goes into them at all. It's just a case of point the camera at me, set my microphone going on my phone, and start blabbing. I think sometimes get half decent things on this. I don't like scripting things because it seems forced sometimes. I just like to talk about things. Yeah, one thing I do want to mention at this precise moment in time is that oh no, I've already mentioned about the thing, haven't I? The Arts in Health exhibition. Yes, I have, sorry, yeah. Ignore me. I'm thinking of things as I'm going, and I might be going back to things that I've already mentioned, I forgot I've mentioned. Oh dear Lord. Never mind. I've had a few comments about something I mentioned, I think it was in the last one, in regards to Walking Dead. I've not, as I said in the last episode, that I've not watched any of the TV series or read any of the comics or graphic novels, whatever you want to call it. And I have been told that they are really good, so the graphic novels are really good. So I think I may have a nosy around, see if we can find those. I've been told they're a lot better than the TV series, and the amount of people who told me the TV series are brilliant. I just have to sit down and watch them, I think. I'm too engrossed in NCIS at the moment. I'm plowing my way through those. I'm about halfway through series 11 at the moment. I just get the whole lot and then binge watch. Especially when I'm not feeling too good, I'll just sit and watch episode after episode after episode. Oh dear, it has to be done. I was hoping on Friday to get the Pathfinder Rise of the Rune Lords card game. Unfortunately, Mark from Grimtree Games wasn't too well, so didn't manage to get there. So we're going to have to hang fire for that one, I think. So hopefully he'll come up as soon as he can. And if you're watching, Mark, hope you're feeling better. But I think really that's all I have to say. As I said, the prizes for the 1,000 subscriber competition. Why did I just do that in front of the microphone? Why did I just do that in front of the microphone? That was silly. The prizes for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway will be posted off over the next couple of days. So the two winners, keep on the lookout in your emails, just so I can, just so you know that they've been posted. Because as soon as I post them, I will email you to let you know. But apart from that, I think that's everything. So Laddie's curled up on the chair over there, fast asleep. I'm surprised he's not snoring yet and making funny noises, because he usually does when he's asleep. So I shall leave him to it, and I shall finish my coffee. That's my cup today, Keep Calm and Necronomicon. And I don't know whether you can see there, Cthulhu himself on the side of the cup. It's one of my designs. Right, so like I said, that's it for this video. So hope you've enjoyed it. Any messages, feel free to leave them. Any comments you've got, feel free to leave them. I like reading your comments, especially when they're to do with painting, or the main videos I do, the paintings and the gameplays. I have been told by everybody concerned that they are happy to do Saturday nights for a Dungeon Saga session. We're trying to get the campaign done, so we'll do sort of like the full campaign from the base game. Whatchamacallit, over the coming months. So fingers crossed we can do that. And yeah, I'm not saying it's going to be every week, but it's definitely going to be at least 1 month, well, hopefully one Saturday a month, that we're going to all get together and have a game. So there we are. And hopefully as well we're going to be able to get 3 of them from the radio station to come along and have a complete non-gamers games night video. Because usually we have at least 1 or 2 gamers in. Saying that though, we have had times where it's been Damien, Leanne and my daughter Rebecca, who none of them are proper gamers, they just like playing every now and again. So hopefully we'll get 3 other people in to play some games with me who aren't gamers, and I can pick out some games that hopefully they will like, and fingers crossed we may be able to convert them into gaming. But anyway, that's it from me and Soft Lad, who is curled up on the chair. Until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.